those buttons. Yeah, you like those buttons? Ooh, yes, you like those buttons. Oh, hello. Come sit then. Come sit then. Come sit. Oh, okay. You gonna sit? Come sit then. Come sit. Yeah, come sit then. Yes, you like those buttons, don't you? Yeah, hi. Hello. Come here then. You're chewing your tail. You're chewing your tail. Yes, you are. Hello, my wonderful friends. It's Evelyn here with the lovely Lady Luna. Hello. Yes. Hi. We both want to say a huge welcome to the channel and a big thank you to you for being here. Now, this week, it's finally time to get creating a Christmas outfit. Yes. And take number 2, my friends. Always check your battery before you start filming. Come here then. You wanna come sit? Are you coming to sit? Yes. Maybe not. Anyway, my friends, as I was saying, before my battery died, I have absolutely no idea what I want to create this year. So, yes, we don't know, do we? We don't know what I want to make. No. So, normally I make a Christmas dress, but I'm just not too sure what I want to create this year, especially since I absolutely love the duster lounging set that I created recently here on the channel. I'll pop a picture and a card above as well to that. So it's got me thinking that maybe it doesn't have to be a dress that I make this year to celebrate the festive season, but also I love dresses. So there are worse problems to have, really, aren't there, friends? And I am really fortunate and spoilt enough that I have a really wonderful fabric stash. So that really doesn't help either when you have fabrics to create any garment you can think of. So I think the first thing is to get the thinking cap on and maybe get a look at that fabric stash for some inspiration and maybe some image searches as well. We shall see. But whatever I'm going to create, friends, let's try and start creating. Okay, my friends, so we are at the fabric stash, or probably about 2/3 of the fabric stash, and I'm trying to get some inspiration. So first of all, I've got some absolutely gorgeous Liverpool knits here. And I've got, oh, this is the most beautiful scuba. I'm definitely going to create some kind of swimwear with that next year. It's gorgeous. And then tons more scuba. As always, you know my obsession with scuba, my friends. And then the remnants of that gorgeous stretch velvet, which was used to create my recent lounging duster set. I absolutely love this. I'm hoping there's enough there to create Lena a jumper with the remnants, but the main thing I'm being drawn to is this. This is a poly twill. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's from my friends at Minerva and it is an exclusive. I'm thinking I'm going to create something with this, but my friends, I just have no idea what. So I think I'm going to turn to my faithful sketchbook and le Google and see if inspiration will hit. But I think that's definitely going to be the fabric I'm going to use. Yes, that one. So after a fair few cuppers with my lovely Lady Luna, a rummage through the ideas folder on my phone. Does anyone else have one of those? I feel like it might just be me. I hope not. And then an hour or so with my sketchbook, I came up with this. Yes, it's a dress. And to be honest, my friends, was there much doubt? Because there is just something about a dress at Christmas. But this dress is going to be a little different. I'm going to incorporate some of the drafting from my recent lounging set and make this dress super simple to draft and sew and to wear also. I'm using the same cut-on sleeve style as that lounging set top, my friends, creating this dress by once again using my bodice block to draw straight onto this gorgeous fabric. The design will have a one-piece back cut on the fold and a two-piece front seamed at the centre front for a super simple construction. A simple tie belt will complete the dress, tied to cinch in the waist and make this dress look super chic, but still while being incredibly easy, accessible and comfy to wear. So grabbing that bodice block, yes, there's a card above to create your own, my friends. I placed that bodice block on a lengthwise fold of my fabric, beginning by creating the back piece of my dress. Tracing around the pattern straight onto my fabric, adding 1/2 inch of ease all around the outer edge. I then replicated the process from my duster jacket from the lounging set, coming up from the shoulder point by 1/2 inch and making a mark. Then joining that mark in a line to the inner shoulder neckline edge. The upper sleeve line is then drafted by continuing this new shoulder line outwards, plotting my shoulder point to sleeve measurement. And I've gone for wrist length sleeves today that will have enough ease to allow me to be able to push those sleeves up to 3/4 if I wish. Does anybody else tend to do that with their tops and jumpers? It's a definite stim that I have. I then plotted 1/2 of my wrist measurement plus 1 inch of ease down from the wrist edge of that sleeve line. Turning to the bottom of the sleeve, I made a mark 2 inches down from the bottom of the armscye, before joining that mark to the lower edge of the wrist line. To add ease to the pattern and to make this dress super easy and comfy to wear, I've come out from the waistline edge by 2 inches. Then curving a smooth line from that point up into the lower sleeve line to create that super comfy slouchy kimono type sleeve. On to the bottom part or the skirt portion of this dress, beginning by plotting my waist to hip measurement along that folded fabric edge. This will help me ensure, my friends, that the dress has enough ease around my hips to maintain that easy wear style we're going for. I then plotted a second mark along that fold, this time plotting my waist to desired finished skirt length measurement, and I've gone for a midi length this time. Along that lower mark, I plotted 1/4 of my hip measurement plus 1 inch or 2 of ease to create a slightly flared hem on the skirt of this dress. I then drew a line up to join my new waistline point, curving gently inwards to shape the skirt to the waist, checking at my waist to hip point mark that the width of the pattern piece at this point is at least 1/4 of my hip measurement plus 1 inch of ease. And for the front, well, I'm being super duper frugal with my time on this project, my friends, and I literally placed the cut folded back piece onto my remaining fabric and traced around it. Grabbing my front bodice block, I'm using it to determine where I want my sloped neckline to finish, looking at the bust apex on the pattern to help me determine this, before curving a line down to this point to create my new neckline style line. I've also positioned my pattern piece slightly inwards from the outer edge on this front piece to allow me to have a larger 1 inch seam allowance to help create a self-facing of sorts for that front neckline. A little bit genius, even if I do say so myself. And sewing this project, yes, it's even simpler than the pattern drafting. Beginning with the centre front seam of my front 2 pieces and placing crossed pins at the base of the neckline, I sewed that centre front seam. And I'm going to use a longer stitch length as I approach that mark, so that if I need to, I can easily alter the depth of that neckline. That centre front seam sewn, dress back and fronts can then be sewn together all along the upper sleeve and shoulder seams, and the lower sleeve and side seams. A nice, satisfyingly quick sew today. It was then time to create a simple waist tie, beginning by joining together 2 pieces of my fabric, which were cut along the entire width, each piece measuring 7 inches wide for a finished sewn width of 3 inches. Then the piece is folded in half widthways, right sides facing, and stitched all along and up the short ends, leaving a small gap to be able to turn the piece right sides out. Before top stitching, that gap closed. Grabbing the faithful Betty, I folded the neckline facing on the front of the dress in and pinned it in place before getting a little look-see to see how my dress was shaping up. And I loved it. Back off of Betty, I created a simple facing for the back neckline. Now, in hindsight, my friends, I should have done this before sewing up those shoulder and upper sleeve seams, because I did have to unpick a little way to insert this facing, but you know, it all came out fine in the wash, so it's all good. All that was left was to top stitch the facing in place around the neckline and hem that skirt and those sleeves. It's reveal time! Wow, my friends, who knew? I am getting real 80s vibes from this dress, and as you can probably tell by the way I've styled it in this reveal, my friends, I was really feeling an 80s dynasty fantasy. And you know what? I'm not hating it. I'm actually really loving it. And I love this dress. I'm really happy with how it turned out, especially since I really had no idea what I wanted to make for Christmas this year. And I found it really difficult this week to find inspiration, and I'm fairly sure of the reason. As this year draws to a close, my friends, I'm starkly reminded of how difficult a year it has been for me and many others also. And at times I've really struggled with even wanting to be creative. But when I am, I realise just how much sewing and indeed this incredible creative community we've created here on YouTube means. So from the bottom of my little heart to yours, my friends, thank you. Until next week, please take care, stay safe, my friends, and have a wonderful time whatever you're up to. I'll see you next week. Bye!